Oh, hi everybody. So welcome to Clarity Sessions. So basically, yeah, I think like I've done this intro over again. Like everyone should have an idea what Clarity Sessions is. So if you've kind of watched the previous ones, but what started Clarity Sessions, at least for Blessing and any other person that is new on the call on this, is we wanted to be able to sort of realize that a lot of people are building stuff. So and we typically just try to have young people because we sort of realize that we always wait till we have like maybe you have become the one and only guru in entrepreneurial before people start to recognize the effort that you've put in and they start inviting you for sessions. And what we wanted to build was a platform that it didn't matter the stage that you are in. So far that you have built something and you are building something, you have some knowledge about what it means, whether it's worked or it doesn't work, and we wanted to celebrate that journey and just also help people become unstuck. So which is after the clarity sessions as well. And so basically it's to give you the confidence and capability, but also to equip you with every ability to go all out in pursuit of your dreams. But what we also started to find out was that the moment you begin to have clarity of intention, it almost feels like the universe conspires to make it happen. And so think about it, when you say you want to buy a red Toyota Camry 2015, that is the day you begin to see in the road that there are multiple red Toyota Camrys 2015. It's not necessarily because there's not been any red Toyota Camry on the road for a very long time. It's solely because you're not clear internally on what it is that you need to do. And so we always hope and work that the sessions help unblock people such that you know exactly what you're looking for in multiple times and you're able to begin to see the opportunities to get them as well. And so we have no other person than to get into the conversation of today, which is building Bellafricana. I think part of one of the reasons why I love BellaAfricana was, as I was just saying before the call started, was that I've been on the mailing list for BellaAfricana for a very long time. So I didn't even know you or the owner. I think I just started to kind of figure out the owner because I'm close to someone that is a friend to the owner. So I didn't even know, but I think I liked it because of how it celebrated Black and African products. I think that was the thing. You'd see stuff like African soap, prints, jewelry, and you get all those emails. And I think it was just beautiful building a marketplace for people that had something different that they wanted to share, something unique, something exciting. And I guess it was one of the things that kept me. So, but I also know the difficulties in it in building something. I've building a lot of things in my lifetime that I feel like I can have an understanding of what it means to build. And so one of the reasons I want to have this session is because there is so much copycat that is happening in entrepreneurship. And that's because people see entrepreneurship now as a quick way to make money, which it can be, but it's also a thing that you are trying to solve a problem. And so there has to be some level of authenticity. I'll give my example, for example. So I've seen a lot of people on LinkedIn doing personal branding. And, and you see them gain financial rewards or notoriety from it. And I'm like, boy, you have worked hard in this life. Like you have some level of, but then I stopped one day and I'm like, my priority is to build companies, not personal brands. So eventually I would end up doing that. But I'm like, my priority now is to build companies. So let me focus on building the companies that I want to build, because we all have different things that drives us. And I think it was at that point that I just got my own resolve to say, if this person is making money on LinkedIn or Instagram as a creator and influencer, it doesn't just really mean that we both have the same priorities. And I think it's the same thing for entrepreneurship. I could see what BellaAfricana is doing, and I think that, let me go and create a marketplace for African products or even just general products in necessary. And I'm like, but that's not me. That's not what I want to do. And then we miss it entirely. So that's the entire conversation. So basically what we are trying to do with this conversation is to get people to build something that outlives you. Build legacy. Everybody that has sold, I know that the team is planning the Tales 2025, and I know that there's so many marketplaces that you go to that you see that I think I've been to one of the stores as well in a beach, I can't remember, But there's a couple of things that I have seen about the brand. And this is not like I'm not, and again, everyone like she didn't tell me to say any of these things. So don't assume that I am patronizing her because we are on the call together. But it's something that I have seen out of my own experience of the brand. And what you begin to realize is that everyone that has had an experience with the brand, both the creators and the consumers, you begin to find that you sense the idea of this is something that connects people together, and there's nothing more important because you get to live that experience. And I feel like that should be the end goal of entrepreneurship. Like, is to say that I want to build something that would solve someone's problem in the next 20 years, even if I no longer am building that thing directly in that way. And so that's the entire conversation we have. And on the call, we have no other person. I am grateful. I think it was just a random message. I didn't even know if Shola was going to answer me because he's like that. I'm like, oh, I would like to invite Buki to the call. And it's like, oh, cool. Send me a voice note of what you want. I would send to her and she would respond to me. Automatically, you not expect anything to come out of it. Not because you would not respond, because I know you already mentioned to me prior to that you're traveling for a couple of things, so it probably might not be possible. You already gave me some context, so I was like, yeah, but I think I've also gotten to a point in life that I'm like, what's the worst? We cannot do it, Avi, and we go on. But like, I'm opportune and grateful for the opportunity to have, because we can really send someone on our team and they would as well have delivered impactfully what we want to say. But it's an amazing opportunity to have you on the call to share what the journey of building BellaAfricana has been. And maybe towards the end, we can have like a quick chat where I ask you a few questions that I have put together, at least to be able to expound on the journey. So thank you for coming, and I'm excited to be able to explore this conversation with you. So I'm just going to hand over. I barely speak on this thing, so I'm just gonna. This is the longest I would speak. So I'm just gonna hand over to you, and then we can follow up with people that are meant to join.
Hey, Oluwanifemi, thank you so much, and thanks for the intro. I'm always honored, as much as I can, to be able to just share, because I know what it means to be able to share one's story. You'll be amazed the people that are inspired to do more and be more on their journey. So thank you. It's an opportunity for me, and I'm grateful that you asked, right? Because it starts by you asking. So yes, I prepared a short slide, and I will share it now. I hope I have permission to share. Good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever it is that you might be watching this from. Once you begin to, I can share, right? Why does this look different? Okay. Okay, I can go on and share, right? Okay. I can't see where.
So you see this button that has present now. It's close to the smiley face. Okay, let me share this screen.
It doesn't have it right now.
Okay, hold on. Let me do this. Come here.
Almost as if the layout or something swapped. Let me just.
Yeah.
Okay, I see it now. I had to move things around. Apologies. Okay, so great. Okay. Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, I can.
Okay, fantastic. So what I've done, I've just sort of created something short to just give you some context as to how far I've come with BellaAfricana, okay? And I'm always excited to share about my journey building BellaAfricana. It's interesting. When people say you are not where the vision is huge, you're not there yet, but you are not where you started from. So this topic is very dear to my heart, obviously, because BellaAfricana is one of my babies, one that has kept me for so long, and I'm so excited about the big vision for BellaAfricana. So thank you again, and I'm so honored to be able to share. What I will start with, I'll just start by introducing myself. You've done a good intro, And I'm sure that many on the call, if you just Google me, you know how much work that my team and I have done building BellaAfricana. I do wear many hats, right? I'm a mom to a beautiful, beautiful daughter, 5-year-old daughter. I'm a wife to a king, an amazing human who I'm just grateful to God to journey this life with. And I sit on different boards to just encourage business owners. Ultimately, the main hat that has brought me here is as the founder of BellaAfricana. And I do tell my team members that even though I carry the name Chief CEO, I feel like I am Chief Errand Officer because the amount of work that I get to do pushing BellaAfricana, it's one that, just keeps me gingered every single day. So I understand why you are doing what you're doing at Motley's, and it's really, really amazing to be here to at least encourage one or many entrepreneurs who get to watch this video. So a lot of people call me the creator's mother hen, and that's because I am no longer passionate, to be honest. I feel like I'm now obsessed about this industry, about empowering African creative entrepreneurs through BellaAfricana. And it's been a journey. It's been an interesting journey where we've gotten to at this point. And for me, it's a journey of resilience, just impacting many lives, just like you shared earlier, Maluani Femi, and just shining that light through this amazing community. I'm sure that many people have creative friends, right? And for me, I feel like creative people, it's not because they need money, they probably won't be doing the business side. And I have seen firsthand how it is for anyone who's creative to just create products and not really understand the business side of things. And I believe that was one of the things that really birthed BellaAfricana. I'll give you a quick story. So the BellaAfricana dream started when I was outside of Nigeria. So I schooled in the UK. And I was in the UK for quite a number of years. And when you're out of your hometown, that's when you start to miss home. For me at the time, it was, how can I get access to our fashion items, our food items, art, as much as possible to just still feel connected to home. And way back 2010, 2009, I just always yearned for a platform where we could just shop directly from amazing creatives from around the world. So when I moved back in 2012, that seed had already been planted. I already had that dream to build a platform where consumers from all around the world are able to get access to amazing, authentic products from Africa. So BellaAfricana started way back, just as a simple but yet powerful vision to give African creative entrepreneurs the visibility that they truly, truly deserve. Now we have over 20,000 creative entrepreneurs in BellaAfricana. And as soon as I started to meet a lot of talented creative people, I was like, wait, you mean you all exist? How can we bridge that gap? How do people know that you truly, truly exist? I'll leave all that gist for later. All you have to just Google. I'm a storyteller, so I also like to write all our stories and how far. If you go on BellaAfricana.com, you probably see way back NYSC, where the dream started, everything that I've done from way back. You would honestly be able to see this. So one thing I also noticed is the fact that a lot of creative people struggle with building the right structures for their business, understanding the marketing, not to now talk of having global access, right? And for anyone that might be asking, so what does BellaAfricana mean? Let me just give you the short response. It just basically means beautiful Africa. But the long response is the fact that before I got married, my surname was Bello. And my dad used to travel to Italy a lot. And when he gets back here, he just call me Bella, which means beautiful, my beautiful daughter. And I think used to be so sweet. And I was like, okay, how about we merge Bella and something about Africa, And so that's where the whole Bella and Africana came from. It came from the two words, but it's now one word. BellaAfricana for us is how can we promote the beauty of Africa? So we started through products by enabling the creative people in Africa and making sure that their products are globally accessible. Okay, so that's that. Now let's look at what I've done is that I've kind of thrown some gems. So I've listed some gems, and I will also be sharing my story as I say these things. So I hope you stick with me. If you need to grab a bottle of water, please grab bottle of water. If you need popcorn, please grab popcorn. Because they say I can speak for Africa. It is true. I can't talk. So just listen, okay? So first thing I've said here is for you to stay true to your vision. The truth is, for me with BellaAfricana, I feel like I'm working backwards. I carry such a big vision for BellaAfricana, and I already have a big imagination for it. So it's like I'm working backwards. I can already see it. Okay. So the vision for me, if you know Chinatown, if you travel a lot and you know Chinatown, there's Chinatown all around the world. My small but mighty self is like, okay, if Chinatown can do it, how can we do it? How can we have BellaAfricana hubs, BellaAfricana town, BellaAfricana village, whatever it is you call it, right? All around the world, where you get access to amazing creative products, food, something from Africa. So the vision to see African creatives recognized globally, creating sustainable businesses and making Africa a recognized hub for high quality. No, we're not poor. No, we do have water. No, nothing is wrong with us. We actually have amazing things from Africa, world class, as a matter of fact. And for people globally to be able to have access to that, right? So I've said here that for you to stay true to your vision, honestly, it isn't easy, especially in this day and time. You can get distracted by so many things. There are too many trends out there. The pressure is real and it's getting worse. So it's very easy for people to conform, okay? But the true thing is that if you stay true to your core, what are your core values? What exactly are you building? What are you building it for? It will help you on your journey. And I know that way back when I started BellaAfricana, I was distracted a whole lot because it's a thin line, right? Are you building for profit or not for profit? Okay. So there's a different thing if you're doing a social enterprise for profit and you're not doing a social enterprise. A whole lot of that mix got in between. However, for us, for me, it's always been staying authentic and for us to keep everything that we're doing on the BellaAfricana relevant to the creative industry. Now, let's look at the second point that I have said. Overcoming challenges and some of the key lessons that I have noticed from building BellaAfricana. I will come back to the points as I go along. Okay. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. Baby, I'm coming. I'm on a live call right now. Entrepreneurship. Hello. Sorry. Yes, you can. Please go. Okay. Right back at you. This would happen. So, overcoming challenges and key lessons. Entrepreneurship is not for the faint-hearted. And if anyone, I'm sure many can relate with everything that I've said here. It's honestly not a straight road. There'll be a lot of twists. There'll be a lot of turns. But the truth is, there's so many challenges, okay, and I've just highlighted 3, but I just decided to just give you 3 out of the many challenges that have come over the years of building BellaAfricana. For me, in the initial stages, finding the right support system. Eventually, this was just something at the initials. As long as you continue consistently with what it is that you're building, your tribe will come along. Right? Managing growth without losing focus. There's so many things that come for your focus. You will be distracted a lot. You'll be wondering, okay, do I do this? Do I dabble into this? Do I go to this platform? Where do I stay on? And for me, one of the things that has helped me is understanding the marketing side of even what I'm building with BellaAfricana. The third thing that I feel like really came around as one of the challenges is financial constraints in the initial levels, except you have a financial backing somewhere. So please, I stand corrected. Some people might have a lot of money in the initial stages of their business. If you do have money, please, fair enough. But when I started BellaAfricana, it was all my funds. So I had to be very strategic in everything that we're doing. How can we have the right products? Because we were targeting small creative businesses. So you can imagine also understanding the right products to be able to sell, to sustain the business was very important. Okay. But here are some of the lessons that I learned: building that stamina, building that resilience, being able to be adaptable, and always basically having, like I said, the bigger picture in mind. That vision chases after me. I say that it's always chasing after me in my dream. Even if I take a break, it's always like, what do you think you're doing? Get back there. Okay. So each obstacle becomes truly an opportunity and strength in your business journey. I would also now go to the next point that I know that has helped me on my journey, and it is the role of storytelling in business growth. I don't think I will exhaust why this is very important, but please take note of this, especially in this day and age. It's emotional selling. If you're not able to get people to connect to your why, connect to your story, then you're probably just another platform, and you don't want to be just another person in your business line. Okay. So I'm sure you might have heard this before, but people truly don't just buy products. They buy stories, they buy value, they buy your mission. Why exactly are you doing what you're doing? For me, sharing BellaAfricana's journey has really, really helped to be able to attract the right partners, the media attention that we've gotten, the funding that we've been able to raise for the creative industry. BellaAfricana has been able to raise over £150,000 for creative entrepreneurs, in the journey. We used to host many awards in Nigeria at the time. We've done many exhibitions and conferences. Okay. So my advice to you would be to your why. It's so important for you to know your why. Your why is just as important as your what. What exactly are you doing this for, and why are you doing it? If you don't tell your story, someone else will. So own it and make it inspiring. Okay. So I hope you're following. And you're connecting here right now. If you have questions, please hold on, and I look forward to answering as many questions as you might have. Next for me here has been, I'm very big on community, because in fact, I always advise business owners to approach through communities, whatever it is you're building, even if it's a product, if it's a service. Think about the people around you. Who are you trying to sell to? Who are you trying to help before you sell to? Okay, empowering others through community. For me, with what we're building at BellaAfricana is not just a platform, it's a movement. It's a movement designed to elevate African creativity. And I'm sure by now you must be so proud of the many, many things that African creators are turning out. It's inspiring to see. Okay. We've built a network where creative entrepreneurs can learn, connect, and also grow. And through this, we've been able to get many of our business owners to have international recognition, to be able to grow their business and understand the business side of what they're building. For us at BellaAfricana, it's truly about the community. Whatever it is that the community is being recognized for, we are also being recognized for it. And I've said here that when one entrepreneur succeeds, an entire ecosystem benefits. And that's the honest truth. Okay. Now, with regards to strategies that has helped grow BellaAfricana, here are some of the few things that I've just said here. It's important to build strong partnerships that align with your vision. What do I mean by partnerships? What kind of, I'll give you a quick story. When we were to host the very first major event at BellaAfricana called the ACE Awards, it's an acronym for African Creative Exhibition, African Creative Exhibition and Awards. I remember way back, that was birthed in 2016. And for me, it was, how can I make BellaAfricana look bigger than how BellaAfricana is? I was like, I don't want anybody to say, you that you just started yesterday, no way. So what did I do? I decided to write a letter to the major chambers of commerce. Okay, so I started with Lagos, LCCI, Lagos Chambers of Commerce and Industry, went to Nigerian Britain Chamber of Commerce and Industry, went to Nigerian American Chamber. I said, please come and endorse our event. Then I also wrote to the Lagos State. I was like, for what we're building, if we get the endorsement of these people, it will no longer be about BellaAfricana. It will be BellaAfricana in partnership with these people. And that was exactly what happened. So with ACE Awards, when we're writing to sponsors, we're not saying BellaAfricana wants you to sponsor. We're saying BellaAfricana in partnership with the Nigerian Chamber of Commerce, with Lagos Chamber of Commerce, Nigeria America. I'm sure our sponsors at the time would just be like, who is BellaAfricana? So partnerships can increase your credibility, and that really happened for us. I remember our first sponsors at the time was Nigerian Export Promotion Council, and after that first, they even sponsored 3 editions of that event. We also got other lineups of partners at the time. So build strong partnerships even around your network. It goes a long way. But how can you do that? You also can only do that when you understand the value that your business is also bringing on board. So what do you have within yourself? Package what you have. And it's important that you also know what you have for you to be able to leverage with other partners. Because the way I look at partnership, I always look at what is in need for the person that I'm trying to partner with, right? You have to be able to look at what value is it to them. And you're not too small, trust me, to be able to partner with big people, okay? So the next thing for us is, how do we expand into new markets, including including UK? Right now, that's where BellaAfricana is at the moment. But truly, this actually happened because my family had to relocate. We didn't exactly relocate, we got endorsed in the tech industry, which was the next opportunity for us. And that helped me expand BellaAfricana into the UK. Another thing that I would add, which would be a bonus after this, because I believe that for every business owner, there's a season and time in your business journey. So on your entrepreneurship journey, it's 2 things. There's you, the business owner, and there's the business. So if you don't work at building yourself on your journey, your business might actually suffer. So keep I'm looking for the right word. Keep reinventing yourself, keep growing yourself as your business is growing, because the truth is, as a person, you would also grow personally. I remember starting BellaAfricana as a single woman, and then I got married, and then I had a daughter that just said hello some minutes ago, for example. And then life was happening. So as my seasons are expanding, my business journey also adapts. And it also depends on your perspective. I remember when I had to move to the UK, it took me 1 year to mentally rethink about how to position BellaAfricana in this in the new season that it's in, and in the new market that it has entered. Okay. Next thing on here is for you to be able to leverage digital tools. Well, for us, it was about leveraging that, and then e-commerce to also reach global audiences. And lastly, investing in leadership and team. Building a team is not for the faint-hearted. That's the truth, I must add. But as you grow along, you would be able to manage the human resource part of your team. Just always have, once you know what you want for your business, it's easier for you to be able to find the right people. I would just leave it at that as you grow along, okay? But here's a quick tip that I also then just included, saying that growth should never come at the cost of your mission. Always align expansion with purpose, okay? So to just wrap this up, I've just said here for final thoughts, entrepreneurship is not just about money. It's important to make money, because you can't really build, except you're a philanthropist, except you have money. Even a philanthropist finds ways to raise more and more and more money, okay? It's about making a difference, to be honest. For me, BellaAfricana is a legacy. I want BellaAfricana, the spirit of BellaAfricana, to continue to exist in the hearts of the creatives and the partners that come on board, even after I'm no more, for example, right? Staying authentic, build something meaningful, and create opportunities for others. So I've said here, what's your next step? How will you apply your authenticity to your journey? Okay, and I believe it's a wrap. With those little few points of mine, I hope you've been able to understand how to build a better structure for your business through my experience building BellaAfricana. Over to you, Oluwanifemi.
Thank you so much. I feel like this is very, this is one of those things that You don't necessarily even need slides. You could literally just share. I think it just puts like a like so that let me show formality as well.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for sharing. I have before I ask my questions, I don't know if anyone has any question or anything that they'd like to clarify. Yes, Ocha, your hands are raised, or is that a mistake?
Do you want me to stop sharing so I can?
No, yeah, you can. Yeah, actually, you can stop sharing.
Okay.
All right. Hi, good evening.
Hi, Oche. Good evening.
All right. Thank you so much. I came a little boy. It was a really good session. I just wanted to ask, from the last sustainability tip you said expansion should not just make you lose innovation and all that. So if expansion is coming and it's probably not aligning directly or completely on your vision, should that be like can it ever be an opportunity or it should always be a threat?
Sorry, can you ask that question again?
All right. So from the last tip you gave,
Yeah.
the last slide, you
Mm-hmm.
said expansion should always align with your mission. It should not be at the detriment of your mission. So I'm saying if a growth if expansion is coming and probably it's not directly aligning with your vision or mission of your business, should you always look at it as a threat, or there could be sometime it could be an opportunity or something?
Okay, thanks. That's actually a good question, right? It depends on how you see it. When you're expanding, different opportunities come. Okay, there's always a core. For me, I always think of my core, meaning what are your core values? What is the expansion for? There's so many questions around it because yes, expansion is more money, right? What is this more money bringing back to you? So when you're talking about, is it a threat or is it something good? I feel like it would depend solely on you and the impact that expansion is about to cause. There's always a cost, right? So it's not your cost of loss depending on it depends fully on who is it. There's so many contexts to what your expansion can ride to, right? But the truth is, once you know what your core is, it makes it easier for you to be able to understand how you're about to expand. So I don't think that the loss in itself is about the growth. I also understand the fact that there's so many expansions that could be based on the market that you're entering into. So I'll give you a very good example. When Bellafricana was about to enter into the UK market, right? It was a matter of who are the partners that we were going to be looking at to scale or to be able to get into the market through. Do we look at partnering with a specific type of people, or do we look at the products that we already started in Nigeria, right? Some of the things that we already had started had to go. So there's some things that would need to give, some things we need to give for you to be able to expand. So that threat in itself might not really be the bad thing. It now depends on what exactly are you looking to get out of the expansion? How are you looking to scale? When you look at the numbers, right? Is it based on the numbers? Is it based on the numbers of impact that you're trying to do? Or is it based on the amount of money that you're looking to bring into the company? Are you with me, Oche? Is Oche still there?
Yes, yes, I'm here.
Yeah, I hope you've understood what I've just said.
Yes, 100%. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
All right, just a follow-up question on that.
Yeah,
Looking at what Bellafricana has done or what they're doing,
yeah.
you would say it's a serial product work, right? From fashion, arts and craft, beauty, all those things under one umbrella. Um, so how do you look to still maintain? How do you maintain core, right, across all those spaces at the same time and running it?
How do we maintain core?
Yeah. Or should I
Um,
rephrase the question?
yes, please. Can you rephrase the question?
Okay. All right. So Bellafricana like does So you'll see some brands and companies try to face like one, just one
Industry.
direction, yeah, one industry, and just stay there and try to do as much as they can. But the African faces multiple industry, and they're doing as much as they're doing right now. So how do you develop the core to maintain working across these industries?
Right. I think I kind of understand what you're saying with regards to the industry. So for us, it's really creative products. So people who create products in this industries, the fashion, the beauty, and the so they're similar industries. The main goal for us is to give them access to a global market. So our first the first mission for us was to build the community of creators, the people that actually create this product. And the next phase that we've now entered is the community of buyers and customers, the people that will buy from them. Does that make sense? So it doesn't exactly affect us. It's a niche, but our friends already a niche with the fact that we are focused on creatives in these industries. Okay, but the truth is, to answer your question, there would always be one industry that has more creatives in there. For us right now, fashion is the very first one, is the very first main one out of all the industries, out of all the four major industries that we are focused on. And the next one after some of the people in the food industry even, and then, think of the crafts and all of that. But it doesn't exactly affect what Bellafricana is doing. For us, it's about reaching more and more of the people that are creating the products in these industries. Okay, so it doesn't affect in any way. It's just about having the right budget to be able to reach these people in these various industries. Does that make sense? So it's lifestyle. That's the group where everyone really belongs to, one way or the other. Fashion, beauty, it's all lifestyle. Some companies decide to focus on just fashion, some decide to just focus on the art, but we are all about those major industries at the end of the day.
All right, thank you so much. Grateful.
You're most welcome, Oche. I hope I'm calling your name right. It's Oche, right?
Yeah, that works.
Oh, Oche. Okay. Hi, Oluwani Femi. Hello. Does anyone have any other question? Hi, Oyinlola. Hi, Tomiwa. Hi, Ariel. Yeah. Is that blessing? Blessing, Ariel. Yeah. Hi, Oluwani Femi. Are you back? Okay, I think I can see a chat. As an entrepreneur that's just starting out, let me see. How does one build a community of buyers? Hi, Oluwani Femi. I'm just gonna take that. Is that okay? I think you're muted. Okay. Hi, Blessing. So, okay, as an entrepreneur that's just starting out, how does one build a community of buyers? Is to start to sell. Blessing, do you want to tell me what industry you're in? So the more you show up, it's about being visible. That's the first step. I would say, I would assume that you already have a product starting out, just starting out. How starting are you? Are you like in the stats? Have you already registered your business? Are you visible on social media? Are you already connecting with is that Blessing? Is someone on meeting?
Yes.
Hey, hi, Blessing.
I
Do you want to tell me more? Do you have products already?
Yeah, we are just starting the production phase, but just sample production for now. We
Okay,
just
what
started
what industry is that?
fashion industry.
Okay, so clothes.
Yes.
Okay, so you're just starting. You're just producing
Just samples.
samples. Okay, so with your samples, get a nice picture taking, photo shoots. Get on social media. Have you already created all your marketing platforms? Are you already visible on social media? Do you already have a brand name and all of that?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So for you to start building a community of buyers is by showing up where they are. You need to first identify who your audience are. What kind of clothing are you selling? Are you about to sell? I'll give you a good example. Are you about to sell? I travel a lot, right? I have this brand called Dunny. She makes outfits for frequent travelers, right? People who just want comfortable outfits when they travel, for example. Or are you looking to make outfits for people who are going to parties, who want to be able to be the next beautiful wedding guests, or who wants to be able to wear a beautiful outfit for their next milestone? I'm turning 30 soon, I'm turning 40 soon, that sort of thing. You need to be able to identify who the right people are that will be buying from you. Are you looking to cater to only women? Are you looking to cater to men and women? Answer these questions. There's something called a customer avatar.
Yes.
Go create a customer avatar for yourself. That would help you get into the minds of your audience for you to be able to know who you're targeting. And once you do that, start showing up. Do a test run. Do a pop-up. Find a pop-up around yourself. Are you based in Lagos, for example?
Yes.
Okay, good. So you can just put a budget for yourself. Say, okay, 50K. I want to show up somewhere to be able to sell some of my samples. Do a test run, get me. I'm very big on quality pictures. Do a nice photo shoot, even if it's you as the model or a friend. You can start small and grow that way. Showcase what you're selling and then just sell. Start building your clientele from there, and that's how it goes. Before you know it, one customer is already increasing to 5, they're referring, it's increasing, and you're selling more through multiple platforms. Is that okay? So the more
Yes.
visible you get, the more you start to build your community of buyers. But now, when I was referring to community of customers and buyers, I was also referring to buyers from wholesalers or retailers, people who actually who buy for fashion outlets. So there's something called actual buyers, right, in the UK market, who are looking to now, what's it called, buy for, say, for Primark or for a particular fashion house, right? So that buyers actually mean different things to different people. But I believe you mean customers, right? Community of customers.
Yes.
Exactly. So I'm sure with the few things that I've shared, you should also be able to. And do you use ChatGPT?
Yes. Very well.
Okay, fantastic. So can you copy and paste this particular question to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT specifically that, hey, ChatGPT, I use my ChatGPT like she's my friend, like she's so cool. I chat with her like a correct babe. I'm like, hey, so this is name of my brand. I just started out. I currently only have sold 2 products, for example. I'm only on Instagram. I sell mostly on my WhatsApp story, something like that. Like, be true. And then just ask it, how can I start to expand my community of customers? And it will give you a solid response. Is that
All
okay?
right. Thank you. Yes.
You are most welcome. And use your WhatsApp story too, by the way. Become a good storyteller. Okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm sorry, my laptop decided it was time for you to start dancing, so I have to switch to another device. Thank you. But thank you for the questions. I don't know if anyone has any question. I have 2 questions, but I will be the last to ask so that I don't interrupt people. Okay, so I really like your business model, but my first question would be, I'll ask 2 of them at once so that we don't take up your time. How do you balance the creatives from the people? And here's what I mean. I can come with the most fantastic idea, like the most fantastic product, but then my personality can be bad. And then because you know that having this product on the store would probably bring a lot of traction when you put it out, but then you also kind of know that this person doesn't have the kind of values that you align with in terms of character and stuff. And so how do you balance that is the first question. Then the second one would be on, and it's a more personal thing. We're having a quick conversation earlier, and I'm like, I'd rather build brands than build me. And so when it comes to conversations on posting on WhatsApp stories, I feel like if there are some of my friends on this call, the day I post a WhatsApp story, they will literally think my phone has been stolen. and they'll call me. Even when I post on Instagram, everyone is like, and it's not a thing of I'm trying to feel like as if I don't post on these things. I'm just not keen on some of these things. I think like my most active platform is LinkedIn. And so how are you consciously able to build a brand that is somewhat able to function outside of the life of the owner, such that it's not entirely tied, so that you can go 2 years now to go and start maybe a shoemaking course just because you have the interest, and Bellafricana is not wondering, oh, where's Bookie, or where did Bookie go to? Like, and there's that tiness that you have to be the one keep pushing Bellafricana. And how do you balance it up that yes, you are pushing it well with your own platforms, but you're also ensuring that there's that difference that people already know that this is what it is and all of those things?
Those are two solid questions, right? So let me take the first one. So you talked about said attitude of the creatives. So I wrote it down as the creatives' personalities, right? And their products. So that's a very interesting question. So with BellaAfricana, the first model for BellaAfricana is our membership. Okay, so where we build the business owner up, right, before the products, which could then be like on our marketplace or at our showcase, our events, where we get to give them direct access to customers. So as per membership, with regards to personality, let's just say I would pray your personality to existence. So what I mean by that is if you join the community and your head is a little bit not correct, I feel like with the kind of personality from other people in the community, you would adjust your tone. So for Bellafricana, one of our cores is friendliness, positivity, okay? So what I mean by that is it goes as much as how we want people to feel when they come on our social media page, how we want people to feel with the way we say, hi members, how you all doing today? Welcome home. When new members join, we want them to say, welcome home. It's good to have you here. So you're already feeling as a part. If you now want to come with gra, it's hard for you to be able, so you conform to the ways of a particular tribe. There's something happening within, you will either be quiet or you will edit. Thank God there's now option to even edit on like WhatsApp. So it's hard for you to have a bad supposed personality. So that doesn't affect us in any way, because what we then try to do is help you, because it's customer service, right? If you have a bad attitude, it plays in your management, right? The way people perceive you. In fact, the way you apply on my team members, I tell them I don't want to see any person leave a message on our Instagram and you don't reply them. If you tell people to carry out an action and they reply you, I'm like, be kind enough to say thank you for responding. I'm glad that you can relate. Because people have taken their time in this day and age to come and reply your message on, and they are engaging with you and you don't want to. So my personality has also gone ahead into the cores of Bellafricana. The whole friendliness, joyfulness, kindness is all there. So it plays a whole role with the members in that community. Now, to the product side, right? The product side, majority of our brands, right? We are very passionate about brands that are creative, have a little bit of heritage, like cultural edge, who have some brightness, vibrancy, that look different. So their products are already unique in that sense, right? So the personality is already there in terms of authenticity. So it's never really affected Bellafricana. I hope that makes sense. There's some people that attitude you will see it will shine for itself, right? But where it shows a whole lot is when we have like pop-ups and everybody come together. That's where you will now see everybody's madness in different levels. Me, as the founder, I always pray. It's prayer. I don't play with my spirituality because it keeps me grounded. That's for me, for sure. Because I love to, one of the key things as a community builder is your love for people, your heart for service, right? your ability to be empathetic, your ability to be kind. So when my power cannot handle it, I pray to God to override my humanness so that my humanness can go
That
under.
does not belong to God. So
So that my humanness can go under and God can come above. So I'll give you a good scenario. For example, when we had our first event on Oxford Street in 2023, right? We had a creative, one of the vendors who was about to have a go, like was upset about something on the floor where customers were coming and shopping. And I was like, are you about to have a one-on-one with me on this floor? So I literally went and said, please, can we take a walk? Let's take a walk. You know, managing situations like that takes a lot of intuition and prayer. You know, so I was just asking the Holy Spirit to, you better take care of my tongue right now, because if you leave this to me, it won't be good. So anyway, so that's that on that first question. Now the second one, how are you able to build a brand outside the owner, and how do you balance it? For me, first of all, in terms of life, and you know, a lot of people ask this question. This is just on the side. This is not even your direct question, right? When people say, how do you balance work life and da. I don't really believe much in balance. I believe more on integration. I integrate all the moving parts of my life. And in terms of hierarchy, I give to each, right? So if you think of balance, you're trying to give a good percent to each thing per time. It really never happens like that for me. So when I think of it as an integration, I'm able to breathe better. I'm able to give myself self-compassion. When I can be my best version of me being a mom right now, my daughter wants dinner. She gets to wait. I don't get to say, I'm overwhelmed right now on the call. So I'm here giving my time on the call. And when I'm done, I go and give the time to her. So being able to do that helps a lot. Now, for you to be able to build a brand outside yourself, it takes time and season. It's growth. Even with you, with me, I feel like I started to do more of that when I became more intentional about building a personal brand. So that's Buki Ashende herself, right? What does Buki Ashende have outside of Bellafricana? Who is Buki Ashende? I started to know what Buki Ashende loves so much. I know that Buki Ashende loves creatives, just as the way Bellafricana is, but I knew that Buki Ashende loves to teach. Buki Ashende loves to help. Buki Ashende loves to support. So I started to build things outside of Bellafricana, okay, and still being in alignment with what Bellafricana is building. I'm building my influence in such a way that I'm also able to add value to Bellafricana. Do you understand? So eventually, as you grow, you will need to be able to know how to separate and know how to combine, because you're not really outside of all. And also, as you grow, you learn to delegate. You learn to get your team to do things, build them up, be able to give like constructive feedbacks, have your eyes. It's still a work in progress. I'll be lying to you if I told you that I had it all figured out right now. No, I do not. But I'm also teaching myself as I grow along to be able to keep doing that, to be able to breathe and do everything else. Just have that spirit of excellence, because I'm very big on excellence as well. And my eyes is everywhere, my nose is everywhere. You know, what are you guys doing? How are you guys representing Bellafricana out there? What are you posting? You know, the way you do these things. So it's the company culture and just being able to teach people in the direction of how you want your business to be. Okay, I hope that helps.
Yeah, it did. Thank you very much. Thank you for the answer. That's very good way to think about it, in terms of knowing when to balance it off and knowing when to bring them back in as well. So does anyone have any question? I know that your daughter wants to eat dinner, so we need to let you go and answer.
Okay.
Does anyone have any question? Okay. So I'm assuming there are no questions, because I can't see any on the chat as well. So thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for sharing your stories as well. I think that by the way, I love your earrings. I was going to say from the first.
Thank you.
Yeah, super. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for everything. I'd definitely still be disturbing you on WhatsApp, by the way. So, but thank you. It's been an amazing time. Thank you for taking up time. Thank you for preparing, and thank you for also just sharing. Thank you to everyone for joining. So if you want to follow Buki on Instagram, it's Buki Ashende. And then BellaAfricana is Bell_Africana for the Nigerian one, or the global one, everybody. Then there's BellaAfricana UK. When there's US, there'll be US on it. And then the website is BellaAfricana.com. And then you go to LinkedIn as well and still just look for Bukia India and see her just kind of catch up with the work that she's doing. And if you're in the UK in July, they're having Tales 2025. And so you can be a part of that as well. So thank you so much for sharing. And it's an honor. Thank you everyone for joining. I had an amazing time. See you next month, same time. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye, everyone. Thank you for joining. So grateful. Bye.